Hi everybody, welcome to another one of my videos. Tonight I wanted to talk about how just the Jehovah's Witnesses, they think they have the right intentions, but really when you really look into it and pull back that veil, they don't. And I wanted to get into the reasons why I think that's a good conclusion, or what leads me to come to that conclusion. You know, when you become a Jehovah's Witness, something that's very important for a work that they take very seriously is the field service. You know, you have to do it in order to be considered an active member and to have good standing in the congregation. But you know, I was a Jehovah's Witness, and your mindset when you're out in service and preaching is that you gotta save people, like by bringing them to the truth. Like Jehovah's Witnesses teach that only they have the truth, their Bible is the best Bible. And what are some popular terminologies of the Jehovah's Witnesses that I can remember are best life ever. And I'm pretty sure I also heard that Jehovah's people are the happiest people on earth. But yeah, are they? Are they really? No. And a few of the reasons why I'm thinking, like, okay, well, first, like, they think what they're teaching and showing people is absolute truth, like the truth that will set them free. That's what they're thinking. Like, they don't think of it as converting people. Like, even though that's what it is, they don't see it that way. They see it as bringing people out of Christendom. Now there's a word that I only heard as a Jehovah's Witness. I was not familiar with that term at all before I was a Jehovah's Witness. But to them, Christendom means every other religion of the world. Or I think it's every Christianity. Anyways, here are the few of the reasons I think. One of them, false hope. You know, they preach that you can live forever on a paradise earth, and you can have eternal life, and everything's going to be super happy, perfection, no more death, no more sickness, no more suffering. Yeah, it all sounds really good at first, until you learn, usually later on, that basically only Jehovah's Witnesses will inherit this paradise earth. Everyone else who doesn't come to know Jehovah will die. At this Armageddon that they have been preaching is right around the corner for over 100 years now. There's a meme I like, a cartoon one that shows a car driving around this small roundabout, and the passenger in the car is, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" And they're just continuously circling around this roundabout. And I think it's a good example. Like, yeah, it's right around the corner, yet it never seems to come. Even in my later years as a witness, it did start to slowly build in the back of my head the thoughts of, like, am I waiting for something that's never gonna come? Or even just how new light, like they're always updating and changing their beliefs. That's not how truth works. Like, so they come out with a book and they publish a book, and then 10 years later that's obsolete and you have to throw it out. Like most of the publications that I had as a witness, and some of my favorites as a witness, are now considered out of date, inaccurate information, and that you have to throw it out too. Like if they think they have the truth, why would they go to the effort to get rid of old literature? I'm thinking it's more than just because the information is out of date. I think it's also because they're trying to hide information too. Another reason I'm thinking is misplaced trust and devotion. They teach you to put so much faith in the governing body, the 8 men in New York. They really encourage and teach, and I think demand is a pretty good word, that you have to put all your trust in these men and what they say. And I think it's like they're definitely putting them above Jesus and Jehovah. And that's not right. You put your faith in Jesus. Jesus is the one to trust in fully, not men. No, not men. And just the power and control and the isolation that they put over members' lives. When you become a Jehovah's Witness, you don't, some may not realize it right away, but they're getting in there to every aspect of your life, like friendships, dating and marriage, what entertainment. That kind of got to me. There's, some of the stuff I'm not really into anyways, so it was easy to stay away from it. Like horror movies and zombie movies and all the vampire movies, and a few certain book series that are very popular. One that I am just about to begin reading. And it's it's like they don't trust you, like they want total control over their members. And it's true, and they also, they isolate you to only be able to associate with other Jehovah's Witnesses. That's very isolating. And I think it's partly to make it so that it's harder to leave, because you haven't been able to build anything on the outside. Your trust, worldly people are not to be trusted. Minimize your association with them. And you know what? All the studying and preparation for the meetings that they require of witnesses, there's daily text, keeping up with the watchtowers and awakes, and other books they might have out. And there's still a book study. It just takes place as the whole congregation now when they're together, and all this information, if you have Bible studies, you got to prepare for that. You got daily Bible reading. They got these conventions and assemblies that they have encouraged in the past, that you get the time, make sure you get the time off work, or if need be, quit your job to make sure that you'll be able to attend these. And then you gotta get out in service in order to stay regular. They just keep you on this hamster wheel. Like, you're just running and to keep up, and you never get anywhere, and it tires you out and it stresses you out. But another effect that it has that's harder to notice is that it serves as a distraction to make it so you have very little time to think. And I would encourage any who are thinking of leaving that religion, or from even joining in the first place, I'd say do your research. Do lots of research on them. I think you'll find out there's a lot of information that they don't want you to know, but you need to know. And that they'll say it's false, but no, I can assure you it's true. You know what? I think for apostates or a so-called apostate like me, if I was, if what we're saying is wrong and false, then it would be super easy to shut us down and silence us. But our movement and voices are actually growing and getting stronger. So I think that definitely proves that we're not just lying, that we are telling the truth like it is. I always say I'm that kind of person, be honest, don't sugarcoat things, just tell me the truth, even if it hurts. It's ultimately better for me that way. I can learn and grow better that way than by keeping it from me. Even in some cases, not that I'm stupid, but there are cases where we're like, if you don't tell me what the problem is, then I can't fix it. And I might never figure out on my own what it is. So just tell me. I thought the Jehovah's Witnesses, they taught us that we're on the narrow path to life. Stay on the narrow path to life. Everybody else is on the broad road. You know what? I think it's the other way around with Watchtower. I think they are actually on the broad road, not the narrow path. They encourage you they push you, pioneer Bethel service, preaching, serving as elders and ministerial servants, serving where the need is greater. And they just work you to death, and it's all volunteer work. Yeah, nobody is. They're not paid to. I know most of them, for the most part, are not paid for their labor and all the work. But also, I just want to get my voice out too, because you know what? Don't be fooled by the friendly, nicely dressed people with a smile on their face and Bibles in their hands that come to your door or that send you letters in the mail. They are not, even I can be honest, I'm not going to deny it. Most of those, I honestly feel a lot of them are very good-hearted people. They're just, like I have always said, they're just very misled and very misguided. And if only they realized that what they're trying to preach to you is not the truth. Because I just gotta remember too, that Bible that they're carrying as they walk those streets and door to door, it's a very poor translation. And you know what? I can't say enough. When you change words, you change the meaning. And same as if you delete verses or add words too. You're changing the meanings, and that changes, and that makes it so it, so you're not teaching the truth. You're not teaching what's true. So you know what? My message is good intentions does not make them right. Listening to them will not bring you on the right path that you want to be on. Take it from me. That's all I wanted to say for this video. Like and just subscribe if you like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.